This October, unlike many other Octobers, has been slow. I wasn't in school, I wasn't super busy, I just had a lot of time on my plate, which at first I actually didn't know how to deal with and would mostly spend it frying my brain cells by over-consuming social media, movies, and YouTube. But now I have learned how to manage the abundant hours in my everyday life. Today it's carrot and banana. I've never tried to mix those two flavors and it's just fine. There's no problem with it. It's just okay. But I like the chunks of carrot on the inside. They're so crunchy. So, in today's video, I want to share what I've learned from a month of slowing down and being the dictator of my days. Switching from being bored by everyday routines that were pulling me down to feeling excited to wake up every other morning. The first thing that comes to mind is that boredom is a basic human need. At first, I used to detest boredom and actually do anything in my power to ensure I don't get to a point in my day where I was just bored. I would always be plugged into music on Spotify or a podcast or watching series after series after series without a break to assimilate what I was watching. I was also constantly tired and fatigued and always needed to sleep day after day after day after day. That was my routine. I'm going to meet up with a friend of mine. We've not seen each other since high school, so I'm excited. I'm late as well, almost an hour late, and we're just meeting up at our local stage area, so it's not far. And I don't blame myself because the problem was that I had been so used to schedules and being unbelievably busy that the sudden break was almost too sudden to bear. I felt the urge to be doing something at all times to suit the part in me that was so used to being productive. My weird breakfast plate. Once again, I'm spontaneously going outside. My sister and I will be heading to the library today. I have a spoonful of yogurt for breakfast and this weird little plate, and I'm kind of late, so I need to. Aside from the fact that being bored is a way to regulate your dopamine, which we all know, it's kind of odd if you think about the fact that in our modern life, we are almost always on, always distracted by one thing or another. Our brains never get the chance to breathe because even before we sleep, we are on our screens till we doze off.
We are leaving.
We were never designed for this much distraction. We were never designed to always be on. And this October helped me embrace that. I think when we think of distraction, we always like to blame social media, but I recently learned that even healthy activities like reading and painting and such calming hobbies can be distracting in an unhealthy way. If you engage in any activity so much that you have no time to breathe, think, and process, then the activity becomes a distraction and unhealthy. So it's not just about being chronically online. Being chronically on any activity to distract yourself from your own life and thoughts is just as unhealthy. So I gave boredom a chance, and through it, I noticed a lot of creativity flow into my mind and my everyday. It started with writing and then reading. I began to get back to some of my favorite hobbies from my childhood. Back when we had no phones, yet every day seemed like an adventure of its own, even though we were staying at home every day. I started to be curious about the books we have around the house, and I got into reading so much more than before. I always remember saying that my bookworm days are past me, and in some way, it is true, because now I don't eat up books that fast, but at least my reading phase is back on. Aside from the hobbies that are all over social media that we all know about, the ones which require a good bank account balance to constantly practice, there are so many other undiscovered hobbies that cost 0 shillings to engage in. And something funny I realized from boredom is that these many undiscovered hobbies are so extremely personal and niche for everyone. It just takes a little boredom for them to come your way. For example, a new hobby I picked up is walking through every road in my neighborhood, exploring new places around me that I didn't know existed, or going to public libraries to simply read. Because hobbies aren't really about the activity only, but also majorly about the feeling you get when you do them. The focus, the concentration, the lack of distraction, just you focusing on an activity to do it as best as you can, or at least for you to enjoy it. I also got into learning how to ferment food stuff and I actually made sauerkraut. The most random of activities based on my own interests and sparks became my new, undiscovered, extremely personal and niche hobbies. But the door to that is just a little boredom. I've recently been seeing people actively take 15 minutes to sit and be bored, and I just love how social media has these little pockets where people are being influenced in a healthy way. You know, not all social media is bad. Having this much freedom to my days has been messy, not as romantic as it might sound.
Cloudy.
Last night I had the best sleep of my entire existence and I feel so good. It was raining heavily the whole night and I had so many dreams that I can remember, which is something to be like really excited about. I really do need to get my hair done though. I also kind of woke up with a scratchy throat, so I want to make some cinnamon tea. It's a really chilly, really cold morning, and I woke up, as I mentioned, with a sort of scratchy throat, so I got my cinnamon, ginger, and lemon tea. And I just wanted to mention something that I have learned. Just a small testament to spontaneity. Spontaneity, yeah, I think that's right. For the past few days, I have been saying yes to plans without planning beforehand. I have been waking up, getting a call, being asked, do you want to go? And just saying yes. And I've learned so much about the beauty in spontaneity because I wake up thinking my day will be one way while it's actually going to be a completely different and more exciting way. And especially being someone who loves to stay at home, it's easy for me to sort of cancel plans. The longer we keep the plans waiting, it's easy for me to be like, I don't even want to go out. But when I give myself the chance to just be spontaneous, and I think it's quite easier, it's much easier for me to say yes to a plan if it's last minute and spontaneous, because I don't have time to think about it, to think about whether or not I actually want to do it. I just say yes. If I have nothing major going on in my day, I'll just say yes, and it's just that. Yeah, so maybe I need to like allow myself more and more spontaneity. And I have found that just those 2 days of saying yes have made my week a whole lot more different and better. I definitely also want to go outside the house more, because I feel like I've been staying inside quite a lot. So I do want to go outside more. I want to find places to go alone. I want to find places to go with people. I want to see Nairobi and visit all these places that are usually on my bucket list, on my list of places to go to. Waking up not knowing what the day held was exciting, but at times also frustrating. Sometimes I would get tired of hobbies and just go back to my routine of bed rotting and over-consuming media. Other days I'd barely touch my phone and my screen time was less than this video's length. Some days I'd wake up feeling tired by the lack of pressure and productivity in my days. Other days I'd wake up feeling extremely grateful for exactly that. Some days I'd wake up kicking my feet because it was raining heavily and I got to make pancakes and stay cozy in bed while watching something nostalgic like Harry Potter. Other days I'd stay in bed the whole day waiting for the day to end. And it's okay, because that's the nature of life. Balance, good and bad days. October taught me balance. October taught me slowness. October taught me how to build a life out of my days. October taught me how to be bored. October taught me how to breathe life into my moments. And now I have learned how to embrace boredom. It's a really chilly day. It's so cozy. Yeah. Anyways, today is pancake day. Today is the day where I feel like taking pancakes, and as promised, we're gonna try coffee pancakes. I'm not so sure about it, but I think that's what we're gonna try today. So let's see. Today's pancakes have been a fail. All jokes aside, these are likely the worst batch of pancakes I have ever made in my life. Okay, maybe not in my life, but I think I just added a bit too much lemon flavor. It just tastes so off. It's a while later, and today is Friday. Since Tuesday, we've been having a Wi Fi problem, and it's Friday, they have not yet fixed it. There's a lot of things that we need internet for. And I guess at first it was kind of nice to have, the break from being online and being on the internet. But now it's literally just frustrating because there's a lot you need to do, and you can't keep on buying bundles because that's just draining your funds for no reason at all. And most times you just need the Wi-Fi for something small. You're not like continuously using it. Okay, I do continuously use it to stream music or something, but you get what I mean. I cannot keep on buying bundles all day, so I want to finish my morning coffee that I did not finish. And I've come to notice that during this season where it's cold and chilly, I'm taking way less water, so I really need to chug. Other than that, it's just a really cloudy day, feeling kind of cozy, and I wanted to just take some time off of editing to continue with my book. This is the book I'm reading. It's called Herald of Joy, and I started this thing where I've started to read the books that I have around, because sometimes I give the excuse that buying books is expensive, and that's why I don't read books often, because I don't prefer to read ebooks. I don't like scrolling on my phone, calling it reading. I'd much rather have a physical book. And anytime I buy physical books, I end up not reading them because I'm like, it's boring. I literally don't even give the book a chance, and I just say it's boring. And this is one of the books that was a victim of my false accusations. This whole holiday, or this whole season, I've been giving the books a chance, and I actually managed to finish like 3 books already. So this is my 4th book. I've read 2 other books. Is it 2 or 3? Let me check. Oh, it's actually 3 books. I've read 3 other books. I feel so proud of myself. This is Scarlet's Song by Mariama Ba. It's a Senegalese story. This story had so many themes. It was basically about a Senegalese man who fell in love with a French woman during the 1960s or so, and how the two cultures clashed, and it has a really unexpected ending. And it's one of the books we've always had around the house, but I've never wanted to read it, and I gave it a chance, and I really annotated it a lot. If you can see, like, there's a lot of writings all over the book because this book was interesting. Then there's this one, Girl Missing. This book has been around for, I think, a year, or less than a year actually, around 6 months. It was not like the best, so it was not like jaw-dropping good, it was not that good, but it was readable. And yeah, that's fine, I guess. I don't feel any sort of special connection to it, but I finished it, so that's something. Yeah, then there's also this book. It's called Master and Servant. And Master and Servant is actually a book written, it's a really unique POV. It's a young boy's POV of the colonial period, how life actually was in the communities, in the African communities, and not just from the colonialists' eyes, And it's a very unique one. I really enjoyed the writing of David Mulwa, who's the writer of this book. I really, really enjoyed his sort of style of writing. It was so unique, and it's the kind of writing that you want to go back to like time after time. Also, the yellow pages on this book, the yellow pages and the smell, and the fact that I'm not even sure if it's a real story or it's like fictional, that also makes it more interesting. So these are the 3 books which I've read, like actually read from front to cover to cover, like literally read everything in these books, and I feel so proud of myself. And now we are on to the biggest book yet, Herald of Joy. I love the writing of this writer. She's Pamela Bell, and I think it's actually a book, one of the books in a series called Wintercomb. And weirdly, I thought I would not like connect the story since I'm not reading from the first book, but I can actually connect it. And I like this book because it feels sort of like how my life feels like right now. It is a setting, a cozy setting. It's the way it's written is just slow, and I don't know, it's not a fast-paced book. It's slow and it gets you to like actually experience what the characters are feeling. I also like that it has multiple POVs. You're not just getting the POV of one character, but the writer wrote as if they're narrating from everyone else's point of view. So I feel like I'm getting a fast, like I'm getting a front row seat to each of the characters and how they think. I love it. I love it so much. I have been annotating it per usual. I've been annotating it, writing, highlighting, and it's one of the books which I am actually trying to enjoy at a slow pace. Normally, when I read books, sometimes it's usually like, how fast can I finish it, you know? But of late, especially with these 3 books and onto my 4th book, I've been trying to be more like, how can I enjoy this book as much as possible? So sometimes, like in the past when I was reading, I would not really annotate because I'm trying to read as fast as I can. And I get it because I wanted to finish the books on time to return them to their owners, but these books are mine. I can just take my time with them. And I like the fact that I have more books in store. Next to my bed, I have 2 stacks. One stack is all the books I've finished reading, and the other stack is all the books I'm waiting to read. And it makes me feel excited to see like the stacks starting to differ in height, and I love that so much. So I'm just gonna take some time. I've yapped a lot about books, but I'm gonna take some time and read this book. I'm taking it a step at a time, slowly, slowly, slowly. And now I'm in chapter 5 out of 23 on page 83. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I also wanted to just do some morning pages because I've not done any. I want to write some. Yeah, that's sort of the vibe of the day, but I really, really hope they fix the Wi-Fi because I need to finish editing.